You still got it, Susie.
I still got it.
And remember,
Okay.
guys, we can boot you off this webinar.
I don't want I don't want anyone to get too fresh. Okay, as soon as Marty goes live, we're gonna. Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Susie McCrae coming to you from Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. Today is March 15th, 2022. This is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar where you have been invited by a founder of Onpassive to hear about the opportunity you have today to also become a founder. The way it's going to work today is we're going to have a few speakers to kick things off, and then afterwards I'll be back and the rest of the panel will say a few words, and then we're going to wrap things up. I've disabled the chat so you can really pay attention to today's presentation, which I know you're going to really, really want to listen to. Also, you'll be able to get a copy of this. I will put that in the chat. You can send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com, and Marty DeGarmo will more than gladly send you a link so you can re-listen to things. So stay tuned in. This is there's a small window of opportunity now to become a founder. We're not here to convince, pester, or pressure. We're here to let you know that this is an opportunity for you to become a founder, and you need to get back to the person who invited you. Today is about you benefiting from this webinar. So our first speaker is Marty DeGarmo. He comes to us from New Jersey in the United States. Marty had a career for 17 plus years as a project manager in the corporate world. He worked across the globe in that position. And then after that, he got into online marketing, network marketing, and has done that for 15 plus years. Marty has seen it all. He's done it all. He's experienced so much online, and he's here to tell you today why when he heard about Onpassive, he knew it was the last business for him. So Marty, you have a lot of wisdom. Please share away, and I'll be back with the panel at the end of the presentation.
Before you start, Marty, can you make me co-host, please? I've got some admin to do.
There you go, Red.
Thank you.
Susie, thank you very much. Great introduction as always. I will try to live up to what you just said. I doubt it, but I'll try. Anyway, hello, everybody. My name is Marty DeGarmo, like she said, 62 years old. And I've been online since 2004, 18th year. Today, you're here to hear about a business that can make an impact in your life. Like I said, I've been on 18 years. And the reason I am here and have been here for 3 years is the following. One is there was no auto ship. You do not have to recruit. And they market for you. They build your team for you. If you're in, you win. You make 2 payments ever out of your pocket. Anything else due comes out from your profits. Unbelievable. That was enough for me originally to get into this business. The reason, as anybody that's been online more than a month, and you tried to make money online, which I did, that's why I got online, you'll find out very quickly that you slowly lose money unless you happen to be one of the 1% or 1.5% that do unlock this crazy key called making money online, which means you need to be able to set up an autoresponder, make a website, make a funnel, learn how to drive targeted traffic, and learn how to make ads that actually convert to where people will pay. Not like they let you know. They say, the gurus, if you get in, you follow me, make a list of everyone you know, you're going to make bang, 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 boop in 90 days. It sounds good. If it was true, 99% of the people wouldn't be struggling like they are. Numbers don't lie. You get into business, it's like we did, and You might buy a kit. Some kits could be $500. You get a kit of a bunch of lotions and potions, nothing against them if you like them, but most of the time you pull up your closet with it. And then there's a quota that you have to spend every month to even qualify to make money if you can build a team underneath you. This goes on and on and on and on. It's no different. Each company, a new one will launch, and 6 months later, there'll be another one. They don't last because they're not set up to last. And they're definitely not set up for the average person that doesn't have 40, 50 hours a week to learn how to market to make money. That is why I'm in this business. It's that simple. I'm in it because anyone that gets in, if you're in, you win. You will be successful. Nobody can guarantee how much you're going to make. In fact, if they do, if they guarantee how much return you're going to get or how much money you're going to make, run the opposite way as fast as you can. It's just, trust me, 18 years of losing money on, well, 10 years of losing money online was enough. And you could bypass all that garbage by listening to the next person that's going to talk to you, which is Mike Ellis, business partner of mine. He's been in business with me almost 10 years, him and Dan Street. And we got in this and haven't looked back. He's going to explain to you how this works in very short detail, 22, 23 minutes. And like Susie said, if you want a copy, we'll send it to you. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis and enjoy and listen. It'll be worth your while. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. Thanks, Susie. You know, the new people are here. Marty just talked about it. You're here because of the money. You want a way forward to make an income, make a residual income, and build wealth. And I'm going to talk about that in depth here in just a little bit. Onpassive is one of those really rare and unique companies that's doing something that no one else has ever done. And because of the structure of Onpassive, what they do for you and I, those individuals participating with Onpassive, it gives us the opportunity to build that income, to build that residual income, to build that wealth. And that's why we're all here. How can they help us? What are they going to do for us to put us in a position to take care of that bottom line? And I'm going to get into that very, very quickly here. But before I do that, I want to talk about the corporate structure of Onpassive, because it's really, really important for new people that are here listening to this webinar to understand that the company they're coming into will have tremendous longevity. Onpassive is an AI IT company, digital products, informational technology, and artificial intelligence. Those are the products of Onpassive. And the products of Onpassive are very wide ranging. They're really anything that you use online, from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, to an educational platform, to an HR platform, a human resources platform where companies can come in and manage their human resources department, to a webinar platform, to an email platform. All the tools that we use online, Onpassive has developed. And it's been developed by a gentleman by the name of Ash Muffar. He's the CEO, he's the visionary, the brain trust behind Onpassive. And he's developed all of these tools in Hyderabad, India. He has a tech team there, about 1,000 strong, and they've built all the products of Onpassive, all the IT products of Onpassive. And all of these products are out in the market today. What's the difference between the products of Onpassive and what's out there right now? Ash Muffar saw a need in each of the niches that we are in, some I just mentioned to you. And he saw the need that the products just weren't that good. They needed to be improved, and he did that. He came in, developed these products, cutting edge, top technology, superior products at a lower price point. In other words, they cost less. So if you can come onto the market with a better product, a better mousetrap, however you want to describe it, if you can come out with a better product at a lower price point, it's just the way it is. People will flock to your door. They will buy those products, and they're going to love them because they're not paying as much. Not only that, but the products of Onpassive, they make their lives easier. They make their business easier. They make their bottom line better. This is the main thrust of what Ash and his team have done. And if you don't have superior products, it doesn't matter what you do after that. It's just really, really difficult to sell an apple that's just an apple. It's hard to do. It's hard to show the difference between your product and everybody else's. That is not Onpassive. We have such a major competitive edge in the market today because of what Ash Mufareh and his team have done. Now, a couple of things that Ash has done before I get into what Onpassive is going to be doing for all of us. To start with, Ash has a really, really good heart. And one of the first things he said was, I want to take that 97% of the people that come online and fail for whatever reason. And there are a lot of different reasons. And I want to turn that number around. I want to make sure that 97% of the people that come in are successful. He has done that because of the structure he's put together in Onpassive, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. But he's done one other thing that really is extraordinary. Really early on in Onpassive, Ash came out and he said, listen, you know, we're going to build a very, very large company. And today it is a unicorn company, a company that has a value of over $1 billion. It's massive today. But what I want to do is I want to share the wealth, and I don't want to share just a little bit of it. I want the majority of the wealth that Onpassive is bringing in to be shared with those individuals participating with Onpassive. That'll be you and I. And he doesn't want to share just a little bit of it, not 15 or 20 or 25%. He wants to share the majority of it, 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth coming into Onpassive. He wants to share that with the individuals that are participating with him. This is an extraordinary thing. Again, this has never been done in the history of business, where an individual comes in and money isn't his main thrust. He wants to build, yes, a terrific company that I believe will take over the internet, but he wants to take the money and he wants to share it with us. That is so unique and rare. It's one of those things, when I heard it, I knew this is the place I needed to be. So as we look at Onpassive, they are a massive corporation right now. They are massive. And as you come in and continue to explore Onpassive, you're going to see just how big they are. And the more you understand about the company of Onpassive, how Ash Mufareh thinks, the more you're going to see that Onpassive, as you look at it, it just gets better and better and better. And I always recommend that people come in and continue to explore Onpassive. We do every day, every week now. We're always learning something new. And every time Ash comes out and shares something with us, we just go, wow, are we in the right place? Not only because we're going to be taking care of our financial needs, but we really are working with an individual that cares about people and wants you to be successful. And you're going to see that here in just a second. So that is Onpassive. It will have tremendous longevity, decades, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decades and beyond. And because of that, it gives us the ability to come in, build that income, build that residual income, and then have the ability with that to actually start building wealth for ourselves, our family, our community, and perhaps live that lifestyle up to the day you've only dreamt about. So that is Onpassive, kind of in a really, really quick nutshell. Again, continue to explore Onpassive. You won't be disappointed. So let's talk about what Onpassive is going to do for you and I, and that's why we're here. What is it going to do for me? What is it going to do for you? And it's really not a difficult concept to understand, and I'm going to go over it very, very quickly. As you come into Onpassive, what are they going to do? Again, they are an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. As you come in, they're going to reach into their IT tools, and they're going to pull out some of those tools. And for each and every one of us, they are going to build us a sales marketing platform. In other words, a place where you can sell products online. They're going to do that. Then they're going to hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence. What does that do, and why is that so important? When they hook it up to AI, all of a sudden, your whole business, your complete business in Onpassive becomes 100% automated. That is so important because Ash knew as he came in and started to develop this system that if it wasn't automated, again, 97% of the people would fail for whatever reason. Okay. And there are numerous reasons why people fail. But because it's hooked up to AI, it's 100% automated, you will succeed. In fact, Ash Mufareh guarantees your success. I'm going to get into that in just a second. So once they do that, they're not done. They are going to manage the whole business, the whole process of bringing customers in, bringing them in, selling them the product, having them buy the product, and then them using the products. And what Onpassive is going to do is they're going to start driving traffic. They're going to get good qualified eyes in front of your marketing platform, looking at the products of Onpassive. And as they come in and see that they're superior or lower price point, they're going to come in and buy. Onpassive is going to manage all of this. As the customer comes in, they're going to manage that. As the customer looks at the product, they're going to manage that. As the customer buys the product, they're going to manage that. And as the customer becomes a user of the products, they're also going to manage that. So again, it's 100% automated. You're not going to have to manage any of this stuff because it's in the system within Onpassive. And it is so unique and so rare. It's totally unique. It's never been done before. And Ash Mufareh has set a system up where this works like clockwork. They're going to start driving traffic. They're going to start bringing people into your platform. As people buy, they're going to land in your organization and you get paid. And I'll get into the pay structure here in just a second. But as you look at Onpassive and you look at a way forward to actually start making money online, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything close to this. I've heard people talk as if this was the case when you came in and joined them, but it isn't. Onpassive is the only company that I've ever seen, and I think it's the only one I ever will see, that is doing what it's going to be doing and puts you in a position to be successful. That is Onpassive. It really is very, very simple. That's what they're going to do for each and every one of us. So how do we all come into Onpassive? Today, there is a position, it's a founder position, is a $97 position with a $5 fee if you use a credit card, $102. And as you come in and pay that fee, it locks you into the company of Onpassive, it locks you into the pay structure of Onpassive. That second part, really, really important. You want to be locked into the pay structure of Onpassive. And as you do that, there are many benefits for the founding members of Onpassive, but I think the biggest one is being locked into the corporate structure of Onpassive and the pay structure of Onpassive. Yes, there are other benefits. Yes, there's more traffic that they're going to run for the founding members and many, many other things. But being locked into Onpassive and know that you're going to take this ride with Ash Mufareh and the other founding members of Onpassive is a really, really big deal. So as we come in and become founding members and Onpassive goes into the global launch of Onpassive, which we're in the process of doing right now, what happens? How do we come in and participate with Onpassive? As Onpassive goes into the global launch, we will all come in and we will become customers of Onpassive. We will come in and pay a subscription fee. And by the way, the founder fee that you pay, it's a one-time payment, one time out of pocket, you'll never have to pay it again, okay? It's the same with coming in and becoming a customer with Onpassive. There is a fee. It is a subscription fee, and it's going to be between $200 and $300, somewhere in there. I always say $300, and if it's less, that'll be a nice surprise. But we will all have to come in, pay that $300, and then we become customers of Onpassive. We get all the IT products that Ash Mufareh and his team have made to date and any that they make in the future. And today there are over 50 of them. I'm going to talk about those in a little bit here in just a second. But we get all the products of Onpassive. We go into our back office, we'll click a button, we become independent resellers of the IT product. Why is that important? Until we become independent resellers of the IT products, we cannot get paid by Onpassive. So we become customers first, then independent resellers of the IT products next, and from there, Onpassive can pay us. Let's back up to the subscription fee. Onpassive is giving us all the IT products of Onpassive plus the artificial intelligence. With those products, they're going to set up our marketing sales platform. They're going to hook it up to AI. They're going to start driving traffic. And obviously, as customers come in and land in our organization, that's how we get paid. So this whole process is necessary, founder, becoming a customer, and then an independent reseller of the IT product in order to participate with Onpassive. This is a very, very easy progression, guys. This is not hard to do. You pay the $97 plus the $5. That's all you'll pay initially. You won't pay the $300 until we actually are in the global launch of Onpassive. So today it's just $97 plus $5, $102. Okay, so that's the process that we will go through as we come in and join as a founder, and then come in and participate with Onpassive. So how do we get paid? How's all this money going to come into our pockets? And Marty talked about it a little bit early on. As you look at Onpassive, I want to make perfectly clear that there are no guarantees with Onpassive. Yes, Onpassive guarantees you will be successful. You will make money, but there are no guarantees on the amount you will make. And there are no limits on the amount that you can make. And the reason I say that, it's really, really important that we keep this real. We are in the real world. And the amount of money that we will make will be based on the marketing campaigns that Onpassive does for us and the amount of customers that they bring in for us. That will determine the amount of money we will make with Onpassive. Okay. And I don't want to put a damper over it. I'm going to get into what we believe is going to be coming in the first year. And you're going to get excited, even though there are no guarantees to income in Onpassive. And Ash has to do that. You know, Onpassive, we're not an MLM. We're not a network marketing. We're not an affiliate marketing. This is a brick and mortar company that has buildings around the world right now. And all of their work is done in 2 to 6 story buildings. They have over 1,000 employees in Hyderabad and more around the world. So this is a real brick and mortar store. And you can't come in and start telling people that they're going to be millionaires in the next 2 months. You just can't do that. Over time, I believe with the way Onpassive is structured, with what Onpassive is doing for all of us, over time, you will build an income, you will build a residual income, and I believe you'll be able to build wealth. But we cannot put a number on that. We cannot put a time frame on that because we're all different. Some of us will do it very, very quickly. Others, it'll take time. Don't worry about that. Onpassive is set up for each and every one of us to succeed. And that's what Ash has done. And when I think about Onpassive, I think about a few concepts: self-funding, the money that you're going to be paying, the founder's fee, and then the subscription fee, which, by the way, is a monthly fee, but you'll pay the preceding months with the profits that you make with Onpassive. But as we look at Onpassive, it is a self-funding business. You will pay these fees one time. You will never have to go out of pocket again. That is guaranteed. Okay. It's not like Marty described other companies where you come in and you have auto ships and you pay month after month after month. It was really, really refreshing for me to see that people can come into Onpassive, pay once and never have to pay again. Really, really refreshing. So self-funding for success. Onpassive is going to force you to be successful. You will make money, but we do not put a figure on that. Those are the guarantees we can't make. And then when you talk about product, you talk about customer, and you talk about volume, that's where it starts to get really, really exciting for those individuals coming in and participating with Onpassive. And I want to talk about that just a little bit. And this will give you kind of a revelation of why Onpassive can tell people they will be forced to be successful. If you understand product, customer, and volume, you're going to understand the position you're in and just how fortunate you are to be here, because you're going to understand what's going to be happening in the future as we go into the global launch of Onpassive. So the product side, I've already talked about a little bit. It's cutting edge technology, superior lower price point. That's a win-win for everybody. The customer side, it's similar. Customers will come in because Onpassive makes their life easier, their jobs better, and their bottom line better. Again, superior lower price point. And as you look at customers and all the products that we have, it's going to be extraordinary, the volume of people that are going to come in and buy the products of Onpassive. And when you understand the volume side of Onpassive, you're going to understand how all of this is going to work for you. And in the end, that's all that's important. How is this going to work for you? And how are you going to be successful online with an online business? I'll go over 4 products just very, very quickly. And again, there are over 50 products of Onpassive and growing. And every IT product that Ash develops, we get. It's part of what we pay for when we pay that $300. But let's talk about 4 products of Onpassive. Let's talk about a webinar platform, which is what we're on right now. This is a Zoom webinar. Onpassive's webinar will be OConnect. OConnect will be superior in every way. It will put this webinar platform to shame. And if we look at Zoom, the technology is so outdated. When they see the OConnect webinar platform, they're going to be wowed. So that's one. The other one is the educational platform, Academy. It's a place where teachers can come, educators can come, put their content on, and then teach it online. Another one is the HR platform, Staff. Again, that's HR, human resources. Companies can come in and work their human resources with Staff. The other one is Traffic. That's the traffic source that everybody uses. It's advertising, selling advertising to other people to get traffic in front of whatever they're doing. So if we look at just those 4 niches and the amount of revenue they do yearly, it's about 83, it's about 880, it's about $830 billion in revenue. It's always hard for me to say that because the numbers get so large. It's $830 billion in revenue with those 4 niches that other companies are serving today. In other words, companies are servicing those niches and selling those products. Well, the Onpassive products are just going to blow these guys away. And if we come in and we do 10%, we take 10% of that market away from all the companies that are servicing these niches today, we would have in revenue $83 billion in revenue. Now, understand, Ash Mufareh wants to share the revenue with you and I. If you are a founding member and an independent reseller in Onpassive, as this revenue starts to come in, do you think that's enough to start taking care of that bottom line for you? 4 products. There are 50 products, all of them superior, all of them cutting edge, all of them at a lower price point. That's just a start, guys. But just with these 4 products, if you came in and Onpassive took 10% of that market, $83 billion, we're in such a great position to start taking care of that bottom line. And that's why we're all here. So when you look at Onpassive overall, you look at what they're going to be doing, you look at the products, the customers, the volume, you look at the forced success and the self-funding business that we're in, it gets very, very exciting what Onpassive is going to do for you. And again, this is the way Ash Mufareh has set it up. He set it up so each and every one of the founding members of Onpassive coming in will be successful. I have never been able to say that about any other business that I've been in. And I've been doing this about 15 years. I've been with Marty and Dan for about the same amount of time. And it's such a luxury knowing that when I tell somebody, you will be successful, you will make money, I know it's a fact because I know how Onpassive is structured. I know what Ash Mufareh has done. I know the quality of the products, and I know the sheer volume that's going to be coming into Onpassive. When you think about Onpassive, you can keep it very, very simple. You can keep it self-funding, for success, products are superior, customers will love them, and because of that, the sheer volume that's going to be coming in is going to benefit me. So the last thing I want to talk about is how do we get paid? Again, we don't guarantee anything, but I do want you to understand how we get paid. We get paid a lot like a commission sales individual that works for a company. They go out, they make $100 sale. Maybe they make 10%. They would make $10 on that one sale. With Onpassive, again, Onpassive is going to be bringing in all the sales to us. Not only that, but they're also going to be building each and every one of our organization with not only customers, but independent resellers, the IT product as we go into the global launch. And as you think about it, as you come in, you've got your organization, your business. Onpassive is bringing in additional independent resellers, the IT product. It's a lot like an individual that has a very, very large area, a very, very large market that they need to service in sales, and they bring in additional salespeople. With Onpassive, it's the same thing. These people land underneath you, and as sales come in, again, Onpassive is doing all this. As sales come in and land underneath them, you get a commission because they're in your territory, they're in your organization. So you not only get paid for what Onpassive does for you, but you get paid for what Onpassive does for them and everybody in that organization. Because of that, your bottom line can grow very, very quickly. And always remember, 100% automated. Onpassive is doing this for all of us. And as we look at the volume that Onpassive is going to do the first year, we believe that Onpassive will bring in 100 million customers the first year. That's not independent resellers, it's customers. I believe it's going to be much more than that, but we keep it very, very conservative. And when you think about that kind of volume coming in, servicing all of us, and a certain percentage of those individuals landing in your organization, you're just in a really, really good place. So as we look at Onpassive, we are a global company today. We are in over 200 countries today. There are no limitations on what Onpassive tells you can make. So as you start to make more money, Onpassive isn't going to come in with qualifications and tell you, well, you have to do this to make this. They're not going to do that. There are no additional qualifications in Onpassive. And as we look at Onpassive, keep in mind AI, artificial intelligence, which makes your business 100% automated. And then always, 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 when you're thinking about Onpassive, keep in mind, you're working with an individual that cares about you, Ash Mufareh. He's got a really, really good heart. He doesn't care how much money he's going to make. He cares about you being successful. Now, will Ash Mufareh be very, very successful and make a lot of money? He will. He will. But that's so far down on his list. He wants to make sure that myself, Dan, Marty, Red, Andy, Susie, we are successful. He wants you to be successful. And that's how Onpassive has been set up. Now, Onpassive, again, it is massive. So come on in. I always recommend you come in, pay the $97, become a founding member, and then continue to explore. There's so much to learn about Onpassive. And as I said earlier, we're always learning different things every day, every week. Ash comes out and he shares with us. We are in the process today of going into the global launch. The founding position, that window is closing very, very quickly. I would not wait very long. It might be a matter of days or weeks, but I think that's about it. Come on in, become a founding member, and from there, get ready. Your life is about to change, and you're in for a really, really good ride. I'm going to turn it back over to Susie. She's our wonder. She's the best there ever was. And obviously she'll fill in any blanks that I left out, and so will the others. So Susie, go ahead and take it.
Okay, well, excellent, Marty. And thank you, Mike. That was a great presentation. And I like how you said that. I mean, look at the back of my backdrop, the ultimate ride of a lifetime. Wow, has this been unbelievable. And we're just getting started. So thank you for a great presentation. Just a reminder, everybody, if you want a copy of today's presentation, you can look in the chat. I put send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. What an opportunity this is. We're going to hear from a few panelists. And before we do, I'll just tell you briefly that I joined Onpassive a little over 2 years ago. I had a direct sales business. I was looking for ways to reach a wider audience for myself and my team. And I luckily stumbled upon Onpassive and dove right in and kept learning and learning and learning more and more and more. And it is definitely a revolutionary IT AI company that is going to rock the internet. I immediately was so excited. I talked to a lot of my friends and family, and they followed me as well. And they wanted to jump on board as founders too, because they saw my enthusiasm. And $97 to become a founder. And then when we launch, somewhere between $200 or $300, we're not sure, could be less, but it's not going to be more than that. They were all like, I'm on board, Susie. Because think to yourself, when is the last time you have been asked to be a founding member of a company of this magnitude? I would have to say, oops, never. Never. So this is your opportunity. Get back to the person who invited you. It's going to benefit you so much if you sign up as a founder today. So we're going to talk to a few people on the panel, and then we'll wrap things up. So first, let's start with Dan Street today. Dan comes to us from Colorado in the United States. Dan, if you would like to, there you go, unmute yourself. Dan has been involved in Onpassive for about, I think, just a little over 3 years now. And he's kind of steady Eddie there. He understands the ins and outs, and he always has a few good 2 cents to offer to our presentation. So Dan, it's all yours.
Well, thanks, Susie. Great job, Mike. Not much more to say. I think Mike does a great job in giving us a good appreciation, good snapshot of everything that Onpassive is. And it is, it has been, as Susie's background, my background, the ultimate ride of a lifetime. Some of us have been in this business I've been in it for 3 years, and I can honestly say that I am very privileged to be a part of Onpassive, and it's just been that ultimate ride of a lifetime. And all of us can testify, all of us here on this panel can testify that Onpassive has been just a real joy to be a part of. It's been very rewarding, and it's been very challenging, and it's been a ride that we would never have given up for anything. I mean, it's just incredible. And over the past few years, we have seen this company soar way in value, way beyond anything we could have imagined. So as we're very close to introducing this company to the world, keep in mind what Mike was saying, that this is one of the last opportunities you're going to have to become a founding member. The time is growing very, very near and short where that opportunity will end for everybody. And so after years of failing in this industry, for many of the reasons that Marty has mentioned, thank God we were introduced to Onpassive, because it is the ultimate. It is the best. And as Mike mentioned, these products are proprietary. They're built from scratch. They're AI induced. And because these products are superior and at a price point that is better than any of our competitors, we honestly feel like we're going to disrupt many, many industries. So those are some of the key takeaways. A few other takeaways of what Mike was talking about. He pretty much covered everything, but this is a real business. Keep this in mind. This is a real business, a brick and mortar business with real products and real people. And you have an opportunity to be a part of a company that's going to drive targeted traffic to your site to build your customer base. And you will earn commissions over and over again. And that means that customers that join your business are going to stay with your business because the value of this company is so amazing. So when you think about a company that is AI induced, it has AI induced software, it follows up on every single one of your customers and visitors, it answers their questions, it closes the sale, and it does this all through an automated process. Keep that in mind. It's all automated. It's done for you. That means whether you choose to be a passive marketer, that means you don't really aren't a recruiter. You don't want to share it with anybody. As long as you have an active subscription to Onpassive, they will build your business for you. Now, on the other hand, there's a lot of active people out there. There's active marketers that want to build their business, that want to market their business and bring more people into their business quicker. You share it with people and you will reach your financial goals probably a little bit sooner. But keep in mind, this is all automated and you do not have to recruit. So those are the key takeaways I got from Mike, and thank you, Susie. I'll give it back to you.
Okay. Thank you for adding in your insight too, Dan. We always appreciate that. Yeah, love the fact that it's fully automated, because although I love people and I love helping people, it's nice to know that as Onpassive is bringing in customers over and over again, and I'm going to benefit from that. They're going to manage the customers. They're going to troubleshoot. They will help them. They will support them. And you're absolutely right. The customers are going to come and they're not going to leave because of the value that they're going to get. So it's basically hands-free. And I'm telling you, that was music to my ears. It's like, you mean I don't have to manage my organization or the customers? No. So the genius of a CEO has figured that out, and he's here to make us all successful. Okay, next we have Andy Burks, who comes to us from the United Kingdom, the UK. And it's always great to hear Andy. You'll hear that he is more of a numbers guy, not a techie guy. And he'll rattle off a bunch of numbers that'll make your head spin. But it's always encouraging to hear from you, Andy. And then we'll wrap it up with Mr. Red Redfern. So go ahead, Andy.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, as Susie said, I'm not a technically minded. I don't really understand how these products work, but I know that people use them. I like the simplicity, and Dan's already mentioned this, and Mike's covered this, so I'm not going to go over it again, but I like the power of numbers. It's estimated that we'll take on well over 100 million customers in our first year. We have 1.2 million founders, so that means that we'll be in the top 1% of the company pretty much. Excuse me. And being in the top 1% of something like Microsoft or Amazon or even Google, well, you know, you're set. So we're in a very, very strong position. Now, recruitment, again, is a dirty word, and none of us like using it. As Marty said, you bring people in and they leave. It's not like that. And we don't do it. And I'm certainly not very good at it either. So what I do is share. So let me give you an example of what I mean. Now, this is an example. It's not what the company will do or won't do. It's just simply an example of the power of numbers. So if you sit and did nothing and the company built your business for you, and let's say it takes them a couple of weeks to get your 3, and then from then on it takes 3 months to provide you 3 further customers, and those 3 customers, 3 customers. So it'll go you plus your 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64, 64 times 3, 192, plus your 64, 256. So that means at the end of the first year, if you've done absolutely nothing, and in that example, you'd have 256 customers. So they'll provide you with an income. Now, if you were like us and you got excited about this business and you really understood what's going on in the background, then you'd share it like we are. And you'd share it with friends and loved ones and family and pretty much anybody and everybody you knew, because of the potential of this. Now, I'm going to come back to the potential of this in just a moment. But let's say, for argument's sake, that you've shared this and 9 others join you in this journey and come and join this amazing company. That means at the end of the first year, you'd have 2,560, because you can simply multiply the 256 by 10. So your income is based on 2,560 people in your group instead of 256. Now, we all here have an income goal to achieve, and some may be higher than others. But at the end of the day, if you're prepared to do something, and as I said, I'm not very good at recruiting, but I do share this, then you can build your income quicker. You can reduce that time frame down dramatically. Now, I've been a financial advisor for 30 years, and one of the things that we've done over that 35 years is to help expats in particular save money for their retirement. And basically, if you're looking for an income of, say, 40 or 50,000 pound or dollars a year, then you need to have a pot of money of $1 million, yeah, to give you 5%, 50,000. Now, the biggest problem is that in order to get that or achieve that level, you're going to have to put £1,000 away a month for 20 years and pray. Now, with Onpassive, what we're talking about is $97 plus your 5 to the credit card fee. And once we launch, one other payment. But 2,560 customers and this is a very, very conservative figure, but if 2,560 customers is $1 each, that's $2,560 a month. That's over 25,000. That's more than half your pension. And all it's cost me is $300 and $97 plus your $5. The risk here is your $97 plus your $5, and you get a 30-day money back guarantee anyway. So you can come in, take a look around, and if you don't like it, you can leave. Now, if you're like us and you get as excited as we are, you're never going to leave because you're just going to enjoy the journey like we are. I hope that helps, Susie. Back to you.
Yes, my head is spinning once again, Andy. Thank you so much. And you know what? You can become a founder today. And if you don't, you're going to end up being a customer because you're just going to, there will be products there that you will use on a personal level, or if you have a business anyway. So I say, why not jump on board now and get all the benefits of being a founder? Because we know eventually you're going to want to be a customer. So the window of opportunity is open for a very short time. We're not here to convince, pester, or pressure. We're transparent. We have a lot of integrity. We just know the value of what this company has to offer and this position as a founding member. So you need to get back to the person who invited you. It's like I keep saying, this is to benefit you far more than it's benefiting us. We are here today on our own time because we're excited about this business and we want to bless you with it. So we're going to end things with Mr. Red Redfern. We call him Mr. Q&A. He has been with Onpassive for 3+ years. He knows it inside and out. And trust me, when you jump on board as a founder, you're going to hear so much more from all of us and our CEO, and you're just going to fall in love with the community. And we love you, Red Redfern, who's our chef, but he also understands this business. So take it away, Red. It's all yours.
Thank you very much, Susie, Mike, Marty, Dan, and don't forget Andy. Not last Berks this week. Fantastic. I'm very proud of you, Andy, not being last. So I absolutely love Onpassive. I've been in it now for well over 3.5 years, and I am more excited now than I ever have been with this opportunity. Why? As Susie said, I'm a chef by trade, and which goes to prove that it is open to absolutely everybody. There is no qualifications to partake in this opportunity. You don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to have any ages, ethnicity, religion, none of all that. All you have to do is to make a $97 decision at the end of the day. And the best of all is as the whole panel has said here, is the company are going to do all the work for you. If you want to go and do some work yourself, it is beneficial for you to do that. But to be successful in this opportunity, you don't have to. This is why you will see when you join, there is so many housewives, there is so many pensioners, there is so many retirees who have jumped on board with this opportunity, who aren't tech savvy, who don't know about the internet, who don't know how to market, because the company is going to do it all for you. So let's take it a little bit further then for this opportunity. Now, I put to you guys out there. Now, I am of the age where I've seen many companies in the internet start and go on to be massive. I saw Microsoft, I've seen Apple, I've seen Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, I've seen WhatsApp, I've seen TikTok and all of the others that are out there that are multi-billion with a B dollar companies. I have had opportunities pass me by, including cryptocurrencies in the past, and I look back at these opportunities and think, why didn't you get involved, Red? You saw it at the beginning. Why didn't you dip your toe in the water? What we are doing here in this early bird founder position is giving you guys now that opportunity. If you are here now watching this, this is your time. This is your opportunity to get in the front door before we launch as a global company. Remember, this presentation is for founders only. When we launch to the world, we will be a customer-based business. And this is what I love about this business. It is legal and it is legitimate. You will have to pay your taxes on the money that you make from Onpassive. And I love that. And I hope I pay an awful lot of tax, because if I'm paying a lot of tax, it means I'm earning a lot of money. So that's what I want to do. And I am proud to be associated with this company, because they are doing it correctly. They are doing everything right from the beginning. There is no hiding your money in Bitcoin under the table. You can withdraw your money from Onpassive directly into your own bank account in your own currency. That is how good we are. This is how above board we are. And we honestly wish that you will jump on board with us as a founder. The decisions you make today, guys, are going to impact you, your family, and your friends' lives in 2 years' time. Why not make a $97 decision? It's a night out. I've been out with my mates on $97 and wish I hadn't because of my headache in the morning. Why not save that night out and do something really good with your money? You won't regret it. It comes with a money back guarantee anyway. You can pay with a Visa or MasterCard, and so you're guaranteed by that anyway. So come on board, have a look around. If you don't like it, we all part as friends. Back to you, Susie.
Wow, what a way to wrap it up, Red. You get me all excited all over again. And you know what I love about the company? Yeah, we're going to be successful. Yes, all of the financial stuff is going to be wonderful. But I love our CEO, and I love the environment, the leadership, the inspiration, where he lets us be ourselves, have fun, laugh a lot, plus get down to understanding the business, testing the products. And once you're a founder, you'll be part of all of that. That's what I love. We can just be relaxed. He's so engaging to be around, and you're going to feel that when you're on our private webinars with him. But you have to be a founder to have access to that, and you're going to love it. So I guess that's it, unless, yep, we're all set. I was just checking my messages. Once again, this has been recorded. It's also on some YouTube channels. This is a public webinar. You can send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. The other thing is you can go to onpassive.com to look at the products. The products are listed there. There's frequently asked questions. There's some videos. You can start perusing around. But time is of the essence. We are above board. We have a lot of integrity. We are transparent. We're not pressuring you, but we are telling you the window is going to be closing very soon. So for $97, get back to the person who invited you. Jump on board. You're going to be so glad you did. So with that, thank you, everyone. Thanks for the presenters today and the panel for being there. And get back to the person who invited you. Today is your day. This is going to benefit yourself. Giddy up and do yourself a favor. And we'll see you at the very top where your ears are going to pop. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.